All right, everybody, welcome back to Idiots in Cars, which I don't know if we're going to have repeats from like Mildly Bad Drivers, how much overlap there is between the two, but as long as there's not a bunch of overlap, we can get 2 Idiots in Cars sessions basically each month, which is pretty cool. Let's start off with number 19, another reason to hate lifted truck. All right, what do we have? He's gonna change lanes and not see because you're too low. And yeah, I can't tell if you actually got hit or if you managed to avoid it. It looks like a Miata. So nice avoidance though. Miata driver cares about your car, vigilant for other people on the road. Make sure that if someone is doing a dumb, you're getting out of the way. Well done on the avoidance. Very, very well done. This is like my fear in the mono, is that you're so low and somebody in said truck, their side mirror is like 3 feet above your head in the top of the car, and so they're gonna look and be like, no one's next to me. Not only the side mirror, but like if you're not back far enough, they're gonna look out the side. Nobody's in my blind spot. Time to kill. The shoulder is not a lane. See, this is, instead of bad drivers never miss their exit, the bad driver has decided they don't actually want to exit. Maybe a bit of off-roading? Yeah. Bit of off-roading there. Let's go. Oh, this person also is, I was like, why do we have the wow, it was a double whammy. I didn't expect that. This whole time, I'm like, why are they split screening it? Isn't the interesting vehicle up ahead? Shouldn't we just be focused on that? And then the payoff occurs. Man, it was a Chekhov's gun situation. There was a reason to have the split screen of the rear camera as well. I thought they were going to try to get back onto the highway too, but no, they're just like, I'm going to make my own lane because I am big idiot. Oh, and the cop! God, it has such a payoff. I've never had a, oh my God. Brilliant. Oh, I don't know if I missed that on the first go round, if I'd rewound before, if it was just as I like, right as the cop entered frame and I didn't notice, but wow. This is a beautiful clip. I love it. Nobody got hurt, and revenge happened. Silverado gets mad. I didn't let her cut in front. This is a very long video, which makes me concerned there might be a little bit of rantage or a chase or something not as good that the YouTube might not be friendly to. But I guess we'll find out here. All right, so are these lanes merging up ahead? Is that, oh, it's a, got it. It's, trying to figure out, like, did you just, is that an on-ramp that goes into a protected lane that they got? Okay, no, they just cut over from the lane that's supposed to stay on. I thought maybe they got on there and they, like, actually need to get on the highway and they're trying to cut over at some point, which is understandable, but this person just tried to cut around a bunch of cars. So, okay, they're being a dickhead from the jump. Okay, nice. About to get a window roll down and a very angry person yelling out of it. See, I want to do this because it happens. You get the person who's like, I'm going to cut in front, be a dick. And you're like, you want to like do this and stick to your guns and push them out. But I'm always so worried that the person is just not going to care about their car and that they'll actually be willing to get into a crash over this. And I'm not. I don't want to get into the accident. So I'm going to cede the position and just let him have it so that I don't have to deal with the fact that my car might get damaged. And it feels bad, man. I need to get some car at some point that I spent like $3,000 on that's a complete and utter beater that I'm like, if somebody wants to run into it, that's fine. It's my rush hour car, and it's a car that I can use in order to just like hopefully not get shot when I make someone mad because I won't let them do their stupid move. But But God, it would feel good. It would feel good as long as someone doesn't pull a gun, which does happen sometimes. Everyone's like, classic America moment. That'll never happen. You don't have to be, keeps bringing up the guns. But then we see the clip. We see the clip in the sub. And the clip in the sub has someone pulling the gun. They finally got in. Yeah, see, the person behind, they didn't want to risk the collision. Let me guess, they're not going to let the person who's merging in. They're not going to allow that, are they? No, they don't want the Honda to get in. They don't want the Honda to merge. And now they're doing that. What? You had a way longer protected lane. Like, you didn't have to do. Oh, the goal is to now make it so you can't merge later on. Yeah. Run them off the road. Ay. If there is a valid use for a shoulder, getting away from someone who is trying to run you off the road, I would say is okay. Even though the guy in the white truck is probably like, what the heck is this guy doing? Are they about to rage again? Also, this is LA. That's a 310 number right there. See? This happens. This could have been, I could have been on the freeway here. And I would have seated the place though. I wouldn't have had the courage. Can't stand the idiots that do this. Also, I should have, I kind of knew it was LA because GeoGuessr, and I live here. But, I saw the 310 and thought I mentioned it. But, because of all my GeoGuessr, I knew it was LA. Just throwing it out there. Cool. Yeah, cool. No, that's good. Kid, Subaru, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be a sheep. Car in front of me, go? Okay, I go too now because we're already holding up the other people, so I'm just going to keep holding them up. Yeah, if car in front of me go, it must be clear for me too. There could be no change in circumstance. We all go now. How my February went. Not good. Pretty darn bad. Are they going to leave now? Are they going to try to get out? They're going to try to get out of there despite the fact that airbags deployed. No, they haven't tried to run. I'm watching the gear shift lever. Are they trying to go? I kind of want to hear if they're like trying to put it back into gear. Wait, we're probably going to get bad words. I'm just trying to figure out though if they're trying to like get back into gear and get the frick out of there, hoping that their car is still functional and then they don't have to live with the consequences. I'll never understand how people just run into a house. It's a large stationary object, and it seems very easy to avoid, and yet so many people seem incapable of doing it. Yeah, that'd be a heck of a thing to wake up to at 12:30 a.m. I'm actually impressed with how quickly they got outside. Must have been a late night for them. They were probably awake for this. It would take me a lot longer to get out of my house at 12:30 a.m. than these people did. I'd be like, oh, is that loud? Oh, there's a loud noise. It's probably fine. I'll check it in the morning. Or, no, maybe it's really bad. Maybe I should go. I'd be out like 5 minutes later and the person would have already ran. That was actually a concern of mine at my previous house because there was a curve in the road where my house was. And if someone ever was just out of control, not paying attention, and they didn't take the curve, they would have driven like right off of because it went down. There's a curve in the road, and then it went down, and then it would be driveway, garage, house, and all that. They would have just flown over, landed in the driveway, straight into the garage. And it was a thing that it bothered me in the back of my mind. Not a reason why I moved at all, but it did scare me a little bit, the prospect of this, especially because there was one night where I heard people actually doing like burnouts outside. Bizarre road to try doing burnouts. Like, we're talking super ultra residential, windy, narrow, really bizarre choice. It never happened again. But after that, I was like, what if someone is just an idiot and misses the curve? Like, it's not going to be good. And then here, at least, despite everything leaking at this house, not really a place where someone could come crashing into the property. So that's a good thing, at least. I say that, and now someone's probably going to find a way, because there is a way that it could happen feasibly, but it'd be very difficult to do. Very impressive, but now I jinxed it. Police chase. Thought I was going to die. Oh, okay. Well, this will be fine for YouTube, I'm sure. They post police chases on YouTube, right? Okay. I'm just going to throw out the cop also driving on the wrong side of the road seems like a questionable decision. Okay? Let's say that the car being chased hits somebody, right? And that it's like you have, all the cars going in the right direction. The car being chased hits somebody. They get into a collision and it like scatters them off to the side a little bit. Well, then all of a sudden you have the cop now going at 90 miles an hour and there's someone behind the car that just got hit. And now the cop and that car, they hit each other. That doesn't seem like a wise decision. And there are probably other situations that could happen that I'm not thinking of right now as to why that's a bad idea. But I just think adding additional cars to the opposite side and opposite direction of driving isn't the way. I'm mixed on that one. Yeah. Anyway, good avoidance there. Holy frick. This idiot almost got me. I'm apprehensive. God, they always like when they include such a lead up. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? It's a long clip. Where's the idiots? Is it gonna be a left turn into oh wow, that is impressive. Like, that one's on me. I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna keep going here. I missed my turn. You know what? I'm not gonna be that person who a bad driver never misses their exit. I'm gonna be the good driver, and I'm gonna miss the exit. I like how we had the whole lead up here just so that we could establish the Subaru all the way from the last light. And show that this is a bit of a ridiculous maneuver at the last second. I'm impressed they didn't decide to like still make the right turn here where you're not supposed to, obviously, but they did. They were just like, good on them for correcting, I guess, to some extent. Free advertisement. Good stuff here. Yeah, real. And then oh my God, dude. They start to spin their tires, almost hit an oncoming car after they've cut you off. That's impressive work. On a list of things to go wrong, that was many of them. It's like how oftentimes when people they do some criming, very rarely are you ever able to like get charged with one singular crime at any given time. Generally, there's a whole suite of them thrown at you. It's hard to only do one little crime at a time. And this person, they proved that. They did a lot. They did a lot of bad things at once. Idiot tries to prevent zippering. I hate this. Everyone is always doing this. You don't get a medal for waiting in line and making traffic worse. They're ranting in the title here. I always do get a little frustrated when people really don't like to zipper merge. It's like, come on, guys. We're getting to the point where the lanes merge. Yes, I get it that at a certain point in the past, you might have been in front of me. What the? That was, I mean, on your part, real commitment to the bit there. Is this person also like doing it? Are they also trying? I've never seen this before, where people are just trying, like, you guys could also get into the left lane. This doesn't look like some... This is fine. Okay, now we're merging, so the fact that this guy's moving, that's fine. That's fair enough. But the people before, what are they? Why are they trying to, like, hold other people from staying in the lane that's still its own lane? Just because if your lane is slow, you can go into the other lane until it's actually merging. It's not, you're not doing something wrong if you stay in a lane until the lane closes. As long as, you know, you're not doing it when it's a lane that exists so people are, like, merging on an on-ramp and they're supposed to get over and then you go over. Yeah, there are certain situations where you shouldn't do it. But in this case, anyway. Is there someone who get... No, now it just keeps going on for too long. They uploaded a clip that has too long of an end. Got hit by an uninsured idiot. What percentage of cars getting into collisions are uninsured? I wonder if, as a percentage of total cars on the road that are uninsured to cars that get into collisions that are uninsured, if there is a higher percentage, an overrepresent... Nice. I wonder if uninsured cars are overrepresented in collisions than their actual percentage of overall cars on the road, if that makes any sense. I'm very curious, and I'm sure you could look up the data, but it'd be interesting to see if people who are uninsured get into collisions more often. Now, that could also be a reason why they don't have insurance, is maybe they get into collisions so often that their insurance dropped them, and they're still driving, and they're still getting into more collisions because they're just bad at driving. So, anyway, this is a carpool lane, by the way. I don't know how often places have HOV carpool lanes, but this person is going over the double white, which carpool lanes, they have designated areas where you're able to get in and out. And other than that, it's supposed to be nobody's going in and out until you get to another dotted white area where you get to your exit or something like that. Yep. Good job, buddy. Great job. I mean, the amount of times that people cross over the double white to get in and out of the carpool so carpool is for two people or higher in a car. So many people just go in without having a passenger, cross over the double white. It is such an infuriating thing to me. I don't like, hold people up, try to get in their way. I just see it and I'm like, I hate you as a person. I hope I don't know people who do that. But yeah, anyway. Oh man. Not even willing to put forth the minimal effort of activating the rear wiper. I mean, who needs to be able to look in their rear mirror out the back? Honestly, I feel like that's more to the detriment of the person who's driving the car, because they're not going to see if somebody is about to ram into them when that person is looking at their cell phone. Also, obviously, it's annoying to have snow flying into you when you're driving behind someone. But I feel like that's more of a safety hazard for this car than it is for the others. Yeah. But yeah, it's usually good to not have snow concealing the entirety of any window on the car if you can avoid it. Guy playing on phone at light goes nuts when he's called out for it. I'm a little worried on this one that we might have a heated exchange of dialogue, but we'll see. It's gonna turn green. He's not gonna respond. It's gonna be a green left turn. God, dude. And then, the worst. Freaking, wait, what are you doing? Why did you like went? And then, oh, wow. Okay, all right. He's just going around the guy. I mean, that was a bold move. Very much so. I don't know that I would have done that, but okie dokie. I get it. Guy wasn't going, just being a little annoying, but oh boy, do we get the aftermath. It is weird to like be upset if someone did that and follow them. How dare you go around me when I... He's like a foot taller. Oh, no. He's like, oh, shoot. I didn't think the guy was going to be like 10 feet taller than me when he got out of the car. Oh, no, dude. He backed off real quick. That's funny. Oh, I got to see this again. Yeah. This is me when I road rage. Oh, man. It's a good thing I don't get mad at people if I'm being an idiot and they go around me, but it's like, okay, no, I'm good. I'm not winning this one. I can tell when I'm outmatched. Oh, God. This is what happens when you buy a two-wheel drive Toyota 4Runner. I am an idiot. I don't know that this is an idiots in cars moment. Like, I'm sure this has happened to numerous people who have gone off-roading. Yes, better to have four-wheel drive, certainly, but hopefully you're with other people and they can winch you out or something. If you're alone, then it wasn't a great idea probably if you're solo. I've also never gone off-roading though, so I don't know all the best practices, the checklists, all that stuff, but I hope you have somebody else with you. Clean off your cars, people. About to get a massive snow. Yep. Okay, at least it wasn't a big piece of ice. But yeah, I guess that's part of why the other guy with the window in the back that had snow all over it is not a good thing to do, because it can just go flying off. So anyway, it's interesting because it's winter and we're seeing all these posts that involve the snow stuff, and I'm like, don't get that around here. Actually, we do. After a storm, I look out my window and there's very snowy mountains, but usually it doesn't happen in a place where cars are parked. Someone just left their car like this in the parking lot. They thought it was a driveway, and then they were like, frick. Well, I got to get my nails done. My appointment's coming up, so I'll deal with this later. This is a problem for future me. It's a small car. I'm sure they can get a few people. They'll be able to rock it back and forth and then, like, get it. It's actually probably a front-wheel drive car, so I'm wondering, would it be better to try to, like, tip it forward? Gravity's not quite as on your side, though. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if tipping it forwards or backwards would be the way to go. Obviously, you could also get it towed. I don't know how much damage they've done to the underside with it having to just on the curb, but anyway, that actually, that's like a good skate spot right there. Dude, they don't even have the blockers on there. Get that top all waxed, dude. And oh, that is actually a nice skate. I bet that gets skated right there, bro. I still think, I haven't skated in such a long time, but I still think about when I see photos of places in public and something is like, ooh, that's skatable. I still think about it that way. At a car meet in Scotland today. Is that gonna lose a front bumper? A little scrapey? Oh no, we're okay. We're doing some little drifty. Usually they discourage this at car meets because usually the law enforcement is none too pleased about it. And is he gonna lose it? Oh, come on, dude. After all of that, how do you lose it after all of that? Like, you were holding it together. Clearly this person is, like, not completely incompetent. They've obviously done this before, probably on a racetrack or something. And they had it. You had it. You were good. It looked good. How did you just... I'm so bothered. I don't understand how they lost it so badly. It's ridiculous. Anyway, driver decides she doesn't want to turn left anymore and pulls out in front of me as I'm traveling at 65 miles per hour. Okay. All right. I don't know if there's a car directly next to you here. The difference in time between the collision here, right? And then the car drives by in the other lane. I don't want to say that was avoidable, but it kind of looked like that could have been avoided. I don't know that that person was next to you when that collision happened. I think you could have just moved over. Like, you had time. That was dumb, but they blinkered and started. Like, you couldn't. That seemed avoidable. I don't know. Like, and even so, like, yeah, going that way would have been tough. I'll give you that. Going full left of the car, but I get it. That was they shouldn't have done that in the first place. But also, my goal is always, even if the other car is an idiot, the best outcome is no collision. So I don't know. I can't know for sure. There is a world in which the car that passes in the right lane saw this and like started braking, and there like was actually next to you the whole time. This is why. And it's like another thing to think about, which is annoying, but I always try to not be driving directly next to somebody whenever I can. Specifically for this reason, you always want to have an exit. And I guess it applies more if you are in a car that is smaller and more of a safety hazard, or a bike, but you always want to have a way out if possible rather than being blocked. So if one side closes, you still have a way to get away. It's not always possible if you're in heavy traffic, but yeah. Anyway, what happens to cars that jump through the plastic bollards on the express lane in Austin, Texas? ? I would assume probably not good things. I mean, the bollards look like they're flexible because there's missing ones from other people who've driven through them. I would guess that people usually don't do it on purpose, but that person did. That just looked like a hit. Like, this person was informed. All right, we got to get the pickup truck that's going to be driving on the express lane on the highway, okay? You got to get him. You got to make it look like an accident. Make it not look suspicious. Make it, and then they made it look suspicious as well. Like, what? That looks so intentional. There's no way that they did not try to cause there is no way. There are barriers. They swerved quick. Something suspicious here. I'm not buying that this person is completely that idiotic. I feel like they actually attempted to. That's crazy. It's a heck of a way to try to do an insurance scam. It's like, okay, you're crossing over the clear barrier. I don't think the truck is really going to be at fault in this one for your insurance scam, but like, I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, to be fair, they had their blinker on. The truck should have known. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know what? Forget what I said. They're not at fault. They let the truck know they were coming. Anyway, and the top for the last month of Idiots in Cars. Hummer tries to insurance scam, but I found R just in time. Be careful out there. God, sometimes I forget that H2s existed at one point because you so rarely see them. And then you think, God, I can't believe people bought these. This is crazy, dude. What are we doing? This person clearly feels they're like, I can't believe I bought this. I need to get rid of it. Time to insurance scam. What is R? Reverse. I found reverse in time. Please, I've tried everything to offload this. No dealership will buy it back. Please, total my car. Let me total my car on your car. Please, I'm begging you. Damn it. That's the 10th time I've tried this today. People keep getting out of the way. I can't believe it. It's like my car is really easy to spot. But that's crazy. All right, that's it for the last month of Idiots in Cars. We may have ourselves a mildly bad drivers again soon that hopefully won't have too much overlap. But more content. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.